everyone. This is Emily from Grape Law Firm. We're a global immigration law firm and we primarily focus on US and UK immigration, working with professionals, founders, researchers, and creatives who imagine beyond borders. Today, I want to talk about one of the most powerful and most misunderstood US green card categories, the EB-1A Extraordinary Ability Green Card. When people hear extraordinary ability, they often assume this category is only for celebrities, Olympic athletes, or Nobel Prize winners. As a result, many people who actually qualify never even consider EB-1A. In this video, I want to break down what EB-1A really is, how the criteria actually work, and how to think about this category strategically. So, what is EB-1A? The EB-1A is an employment-based green card category for individuals who can demonstrate extraordinary ability in their field. Unlike many other employment-based green cards, EB-1A is a self-petition category. This means you do not need an employer sponsor and you do not need a job offer. EB-1A is available to individuals in fields such as business, science, education, the arts, and athletics. It leads directly to permanent residency and is one of the fastest green card pathways when approved. Because it offers so much independence and flexibility, EB-1A is often seen as the most desirable option, but also the most intimidating. It's important to understand EB-1A in the context of all the other available visa and green card options. EB-1A is mostly compared to EB-2 NIW and O-1. Compared to EB-2 NIW, EB-1A has a higher standard. EB-2 NIW focuses on national interest, while EB-1A focuses on whether you're among the top in your field. Compared to O-1 visa, EB-1A is permanent residency, not a temporary work visa. While some evidence overlaps, EB-1A requires a stronger showing of sustained recognition. The key takeaway is this: EB-1A is not about potential or future plans. It's about demonstrated excellence and recognition over time. Let's talk about the phrase that scares most people away: extraordinary ability. In immigration law, extraordinary ability does not mean global fame. It doesn't require you to be a household name. What it means is that you have achieved a level of recognition that places you among a small percentage at the top of your field. USCIS looks for sustained national or international acclaim. That recognition can be within a professional or industry context. Many people normalize their own achievements because they're surrounded by peers at a similar level. From a legal standpoint, however, these achievements may be far from ordinary. How to prove excellence is another matter entirely. The law provides 10 regulatory criteria for EB-1A. You must meet at least 3 of these. However, meeting 3 criteria is only the first step. Some of the most commonly used criteria include awards or prizes of excellence in your field, published material about you in professional or major media, judging the work of others such as peer review or jury service, original contributions of major significance in your field, critical or leading roles in distinguished organizations, high salary compared to others in your field, membership in associations that require outstanding achievement, authorship of scholarly articles. Not all criteria are equal and not all evidence carries the same weight. A single strong criterion can sometimes matter more than multiple weak ones. And even if you meet 3 criteria, USCIS conducts what's called the final merits determination. At this stage, they step back and to ask a broader question. Based on the totality of the evidence, is this person truly among the top of their field? This is where many cases succeed or fail. EB-1A is not a checklist exercise. It's a persuasion exercise. The evidence must tell a coherent story of long-term impact, recognition, and leadership. Fulfilling multiple but incoherent criterion will only lead to confusion and result in your application getting denied. A successful EB-1 case is not about dumping documents into a filing. It's about framing. Every piece of evidence must answer one of 2 questions. Why does this achievement matter? And why does it distinguish you from others in your field? Expert recommendation letters play a critical role here, but only when they are independent, specific, and credible. Generic letters or letters from close collaborators often weaken a case rather than strengthen it. Some of the most common mistakes we see include treating EB-1A like a box-checking exercise, relying too heavily on one type of evidence, or submitting strong documents without explaining their significance. Another common issue is focusing on quantity over quality. More evidence is not always better. Better explained evidence is better. Finally, many people underestimate how important the final merits argument is. Without a strong closing narrative, even technically qualified cases can be denied. So, who should consider EB-1A? EB-1A is often a strong option for founders, executives, researchers, engineers, creatives, and senior professionals who have demonstrated leadership or influence in their field. If you have been invited to judge others' works, if your work has been cited or recognized, if you've led significant initiatives, or if your expertise is sought after, that's often a sign EB-1A is worth exploring. The biggest mistake is screening yourself out too early. To wrap up, the EB-1A green card is demanding, but it's not unreachable by any means. In fact, when the applicant is framed and filed correctly, it is the fastest green card path available. It is not reserved for celebrities. It is reserved for people whose work has made an impact and whose careers reflect sustained recognition. If you're considering EB-1A, the most important step is not guessing, it's getting a proper evaluation. If you'd like guidance tailored to your profile, Grape Law Firm would be happy to help. You can contact us via info@grapelaw.com anytime. And for more clear, in-depth explanations on US and UK immigration, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We'll see you in our next video.